So tonight I will be reviewing Married to Medicine Season 4, Episode 13. This episode was a hodgepodge of mess. So let's get to it. The opening scene starts with Toya and her husband. They're at their accounting office, their CPA's office, and they're going over their whole IRS bill or debt that they owe to the government and trying to put together a new spending plan so they can get out from under this huge 6-figure bill they got going. So they already downsized from one mansion to another. And honestly, I tried to care. I really, really did. But I just couldn't because this is rich people's problems. I have to move from my big mansion into a smaller mansion. And she's serious about it. Like, she's really distraught. Like, you spent too much money in your privileged life, and now you have to downsize. It's not the end of the world, Toya. Get over it. This is rich people's problems. Have you been rich so long that you forgot what it was like to be broke? Please. I mean, you should start crying if your husband lost his job. You're still in a mansion. You have to downsize from 2 Porsches to 1. I hope you're putting on for the camera. I hope you're really not distraught because you had to downsize mansions. I mean, I think you are. I think you know we overspent. We've got to watch our spending for whatever length of time it is, and then I can go back to living above my head. But in the meantime, let me just pull back a little bit. I think you really know that's what's going on here. I mean, you haven't forgot what it's like to be an average citizen. So, you know, and maybe there's a part of you that did forget, but you need to remember, you should be thankful for what you have, okay? So I have to move on because when it comes to this subject, I just don't care. Moving on. Next, we have Mariah and Quad. Well, let me start by saying, one of the most terrible things in life for me that I hate the most is a wishy-washy bitch. I just can't stand them. Like, I can't stand people that always want to be in the middle. They don't take a side. They don't have an opinion on anything because I think it's BS. You know exactly how you feel. And you know what you think. You just don't want to say it. Until today. Because I truly am being, to my surprise, a wishy-washy bitch. I don't know which side to take here. So here's the basic problem. According to Mariah and Quad go way back to the college days. And Quad used to date Mariah's drug dealer cousin. And Mariah was the first person to extend a hand to Quad and pull her into the high society world of medicine. But now, according to Quad, now that Mariah's got her own man, her own doctor, man, she doesn't really need Mariah anymore. So Mariah's feeling some type of way. Now, this is the problem on paper, right? And at first glance, you might look at it and say, well, I can see what Mariah's talking about. Because every 5 minutes, Quad's telling everybody how fabulous she is and twirling around and prancing and acting like, her shit don't stink. But then on the other hand, Mariah has a razor sharp tongue that will get on the meekest person's nerve. Now, this is true. Now, I like them both. I ain't taking a side. Here I go. I'm not taking a side. I'm saying both women equally have problems, okay? So I can see what Mariah's talking about because I swear to God, if I had to write it down, I would probably run out of paper about how many times Quad said how fabulous she was. It's insane. But then again, Mariah could get really snippy and, you know, she can roll with the best of them, like for tit for tat type of person. What's driving me crazy is the fake apologies. I'm sorry. No, I'm not. I'm sorry. No, I'm not. Is this ever going to end? I mean, it's going back and forth. And because I can't pick a side, I can't really just dog the shit out of one of them. Whoever I thought was at fault. But I don't know who's at fault here because they're taking turns being at fault. But if I had to go with who I like the best, I would probably say Mariah, just because I love people that just can talk shit all day but not back it up. She's very funny. And I don't know if she means half of the things that she says, but you can't really just go around cutting people down verbally all day long. I mean, you can, but then you will be in the situation that you're in, is you won't have any friends. But I think it's great. I'm loving it for the show. So as far as I'm concerned for this particular situation, I'm going to have to be a wishy-washy bitch and not have an opinion just yet. I want them to keep going just a couple more episodes because I think it's kind of funny. Something must be wrong with me. I don't know. I'm just saying. Moving on. Next, we have the whole Lisa and Heavenly situation. And I hate to do this to you again, but, you know, I'm being a wishy-washy bitch again. Like, I really cannot take a side here. So here's the major problem that's going on. These two women do not get along to begin with, but they tried to make up and move forward. So Lisa asked Heavenly to go into business with her as she gives these uplifting seminars, okay? And I like Lisa a lot. I like them both. Okay, here's what I like about Lisa. I feel sorry for Lisa. I feel that there's a huge problem in her marriage, and she knows it. Those excuses that he gives are BS, and she knows it. But she's just not ready to face it yet. You know, you have them people. You can't really down them for playing dumb. And people have the right to work on their marriage if they want to. But it doesn't mean we can't see what's really going on here. You know, like, we know, like, the excuses he gives for not being around is asinine. I mean, I don't think a 5-year-old will believe his stories. But we can't really make her feel bad about it and judge her and tell her how stupid she is because she's just not ready yet. You know, I mean, you got to put yourself in her shoes, ladies, you know, like. So I feel bad for her. But then on the other hand, when you ask somebody to go into business with you or ask them to help you and everything's 50-50 down the middle, you cannot go copyright the name either behind their back or without them knowing. You cannot have a deposit down on the venue a week before you're supposed to have the seminar. Like, whoa. So I really like you, and I give you a pass for being a weakling sometimes. But when it comes to this Heavenly situation, Lisa, you know, you didn't handle this right. Now, when it comes to Heavenly gets on my last nerve. She's talking about she's changed. No, you have not changed. No one likes a person that always is running your mouth. At the drop of a dime, you always got something to say. You're loud. And you're just overwhelming. Like, please. Like, I don't even know how you got to be a doctor with your temper. Like, you have no filter. And you have no self-control. Like, you just can't go pop it off every time you mad about something. So you equally get on my nerve with the pop-off attitude. Like, you could tell. I don't know where you was raised, but I bet you it was in some inner city, because you just act ridiculous. It's ridiculous. Now, I understand you being mad, but you ran off and created your own seminar using all her friends and her clients. What? Who does that? I just don't understand why any of you two didn't pick up the phone and say, let's make this work. You dragged other people into your mess. Heavenly, how old are you? You go to your friends and say, pick a side. Who does that? So now you guys have taken this complicated situation and made it worse. Like, somebody should have found Dr. Jackie, because Dr. Jackie is the most sensible of the group. Y'all should have did something. You should have been adults. So, but because both of you wanted to be three and make this bad situation worse, I really can't take a side. With that being said, it's very entertaining to watch because I know Heavenly's going to go off and cause a scene, and I know Lisa's going to run off and cry. Now, I don't like seeing you cry, but Lisa, you got to get just a little bit more backbone. I ain't even like, just much. You can't keep running off crying all the time. At some point, you have to learn to stand up for yourself. So this is a complete mess. And I'm hoping you guys can work it out in the next episode. But somebody should have really went to Dr. Jackie and asked for some kind of mediation. But you can't, because she's going through problems of her own, which leads me to my next thing. I wanted to end this video going out talking about Dr. Jackie, who I love. I love Dr. Jackie. But she's not perfect either. I'm glad that it dawned on you that I have to spend some time with my husband. Like, listen, you're not married to your job. I don't care if you have kids or not. You have to give your husband some quality time. What are you thinking? Like, please, you cannot get that involved in your work. So I'm glad you came to your senses, that you're giving the poor little guy some attention because he needs it, and you need it too. You are by far my favorite person on the show, most level-headed, and I salute you for working so hard, but you need to pull it back. Just a little bit. Just pull it back a little bit and spend some time at home with your man, because that is your family. Just because you don't have children doesn't give you the right to neglect him. So I'm glad that you came to your senses. I mean, everybody needs a Dr. Jackie on their show. I'm just loving you. And I'm loving the show as a whole. I like this show. I'll be there next week. I hope that Heavenly and Lisa can work this out. But, I'm not seeing any quick resolution. But hopefully, I do believe in miracles. maybe something will happen. But until then, thanks for watching. See you next time. Bye.